Hello, welcome to another episode of that thing we do with the games and the all that. Two things real quick. First off, there's a cricket that made its way into my basement and it may or may not chirp the entire time. If you hear it, I apologize. If you don't, great. Secondly, I made a big mistake and I did a duplicate episode number, so I had to go back and fix like half the episode numbers on this channel. 3D World Runner was not episode 50, Metroid was episode 50. Would have made for a much better episode 50, but, you know, what are numbers if not just a made-up construct of human logic? Anyway, what do we got? We got Sky Kid. I haven't played this game. I don't know what to expect. I just know it's a horizontal shooter of sorts. Let's turn that volume just a little bit down. Ah, perfect. We have crashed immediately. We started the game by not even making it off the runway. Alright, let's see if we can make it off the runway. Hey, there. Okay, there we go. Okay. So, it is as easy as just pressing up to bank up and down to bank down. And now we've got a bomb. World, watch out. And we just dropped the bomb and, you know, kinda wasted it. Ooh, probably needed the bomb for that, didn't we? Alright, well, we got either panicking women or very excited women. I'm not sure which one. This is, you know, this is not unheard of in this series, though. It's gonna take us just a little bit to get our bearings and realize what it is that we're actually doing. I'm not sure if you can, like, run into that tree and it kills you or what, but, I don't trust anything. Missed the bomb. It's okay. Yes! Running into the trees actually kills you! I had to try it, right? Game over already? That's fine. That's fine. Again, we were just learning this. Oh, hold on. Who made this? I usually tell you who's responsible for these games. Sky Kid. Yeah. Published by Sunsoft, developed by Namco. So there you go, in case you had to know. Namco, you know, a good old reliable arcade developer. Responsible for many of the arcade gems of our time. I don't want to use the term gems because it's so overrated. The arcade national treasures. Oh, come on now. The bomb got it, but we died. That does appear to be the target, though, because I think that those are, in fact, celebrating women saying, your bloodshed has provided us a marginally more safe-feeling life for the very small interim until the empire that rises in the place of the one that you have just displaced destroys us all. I've watched Mobile Suit Gundam. I know how this goes. You know, that's the only real standard that you've got in terms of... Oh, gosh! It's really hard to avoid that shot, actually. I'm gonna have to get considerably better at that. Maybe I can fly out of its range? Because I know my shots kind of piddle out in midair. Maybe theirs do as well. I wasn't paying much attention, if I'm being perfectly honest. Fun game so far, though, actually. Like, it's just performing really well. Rock solid frame rate, no flicker so far to speak of. Oh no, I missed the bomb. That's gonna be bad news for us, you know. Yes, those shots do eventually just piddle out, but it hardly matters when you don't even have the bomb, you know. So I gotta remember, after I get the bomb, just fly high up in the air. So that you can get out of the range of those anti-air guns. We just gotta plan our attack, you know? Bastards sent me out here with no intel. They said, hey, you're a pretty good flyer, you can figure it out, and I said, thanks. It does give you a little warning with that little dinky noise, too. You know what I'm talking about. What? Okay, that didn't work out so well. Hello, ladies. Everybody, I have saved the day. I did not bomb the building like you wanted me to, but it appears that, okay, you can literally just beat the level without doing what they needed you to do. But I think the issue was that the bomb actually followed me, and as I was moving, the bomb kept scrolling as well. Again, I wasn't eyeing everything. I thought that I was going to just kind of drop it and then not look at it. Because you would expect that the bomb would just fall straight down in a game of this vintage, but no, I guess they accounted for a little bit of inertia. We're probably going to game over again, but quite frankly, I'm fine with it. I'd like to get another shot. Oh, the cricket has started. Again, I can only apologize. Oi! He nailed us midair! Yeah, now we're done. Okay. It's okay. You may not get an exceptional performance from this game from me, no matter what happens, but we're in it for the fun, right? We're not in it to be the very best like no one ever was, you know. You've all heard the Pokemon theme song. You don't need me to recap it. Oh, get that bomb. Yeah, we got the bomb. We got the bomb. We're good to go. Yeah, it's okay. It's a little awkward. You can apparently shoot them, and did they turn into cats? Like those lucky cat statues? That was odd. No medal, you failed to bomb the target. Why do they keep sending the Baron out for these missions when he just doesn't do what he's supposed to, you know? Presumably because they want to get rid of him. I see. It's a tricky game. It's very odd also that it scrolls right to left. I think that that's the proper words. You know what I'm saying. It doesn't scroll like Mario or literally any other side-scrolling game does. Oh, we recovered! You can recover! Oh god, it's the sun from Super Mario Bros. 3. Panic. We got the mortar. Very good. Can I get a bomb? Love a bomb, please. Oh, okay. For a second, I almost kissed the trees, and then I remembered trees are murderous in this game. They have ill intent. Yeah, just go down and get that bomb, if you please. And then we'll see what it is that they want us to bomb. No! Never mind, we got shot down before we could get there. But it's definitely gonna be that boat, that big old beautiful boat. We'll see if we can even get there again. What a goofy little soundtrack. Oh, looks like we actually got a checkpoint. I almost said a continue point, but no, there's a big difference between the two. Now it's a game over, see? You just gotta deal with it. But no, it's, you know, it's a nice little diversion. After Ring King, which was just kind of a baffling experience from start to finish, it's nice to just have a straightforward little shooter. Again, I'm still thinking that maybe there's just something about Ring King that I didn't understand on a fundamental level, and that's very possible. I'm not so I'm not so proud to where I can't admit when I may potentially make mistakes. Yeah, that's what that is. Those are those little lucky cat statues. Well, you've heard what happens. You shoot women, they become cat statues. We did not actually bomb the center part, though, so we did not get the full bonus. And it's kind of funny, though. It's like, here's your mission! Should you fail it, you'll just get fewer bonus points. Ooh, could I have recovered there? I don't know, because I don't know what I did to recover the first time. But it was certainly not dying immediately. As it turns out, that doesn't do you much good. Oh, okay. Made it, somehow. I just kind of mashed buttons and it worked. Hey, whatever you can do to make it go in your favor, you know? Wasn't gonna work that time, though. Too close to the ground. It's no Gradius, but, you know, that's like comparing the greatest thing on Earth to just a pretty good thing. I almost recovered. Is it B to recover? I'm gonna try just B instead of mashing everything. I have a feeling that's going to be better for my psyche in the long term. Well, you'd have to memorize a lot of enemy positions to score chase this game. I mean, sure, that's the case with literally any shooter ever, but, you know, this is a shooter where you really gotta be in position more than others to successfully knock someone out of the air. Every time, man. It's alright, though. I may say that a lot. I may say it's alright obsessively, but that's because it is. If something's not going well, if you've just lost a life in Sky Kid, you know, that's approximately on the same level as being foreclosed on, I would say. Just remember that everything will improve. So long as you don't reject any sign of improvement. Hey, we actually bombed it. Shoot the cats for luck, or turn the girls into cats for luck. Those are the marine ponderosas of the game. Look at that. Look at all the medals! My goodness! We are the most decorated flight ace that you've ever seen. And now we're gonna get shot down immediately. Pretty close. Yeah, okay, it was B. B did recover me. Oh, that felt like luck. Or maybe I'm just, you know, maybe I'm just kind of hitting that prime equilibrium that you need to do well. Maybe I'm just figuring the game out. What a concept. Okay. We're over the 7 Seas. The bomb is right there. Yeah. Arm me harder, daddy. I apologize. I just put you through that, but, you know. Yeah! We got the big bad battleship boat boy. It's wonderful. There's our girls. We turn them into cats. That's what we do here. It's what Sky Kid does. He turns girls into cats. We're gonna get a lot of medals there. Yeah! And there we go. We did at least beat the internal high score, which I wasn't too concerned about. I'm like, what? We didn't have it beat by 10 whole minutes? Oh no. Okay, we cannot shoot these women. What a sentence. Why do you make me say those kinds of sentences, game? Yeah, nothing. Oh! I can do a flip for them, and they're all hot and bothered about my flipping abilities. I see. Makes sense. It's just like in the real Air Force. I almost said Navy. That would have been enough to make some service members exceptionally frustrated with me. But only the ones who have a lot of pride in their job, you know. There are the ones who are like, oh, I bleed the army, and then there are others who are like, get me out of here, this is hell. Oh, we do have to actually catch the hearts. I see. Look at this. All new mechanics every time you start a new level. Maybe calling them mechanics is a little on the goofy side, but I hate getting too close to the ground. Game over, but 40,000 points. It's not very good, but it's better than what we were doing. You know, you just gotta have that moment where everything clicks. That's, I think, the most rewarding thing about retro gaming. By that I mean, like, your 8 through 32-bit systems. Is the fantastic ability to just kind of hit those turning points where everything makes sudden sense. That's not to say that it doesn't happen nowadays either. No. Ghost of Tsushima, I've been feeling that a lot. Sometimes you just have an encounter in a fight where you don't take a single point of damage, you're parrying everything perfectly, you get out of it alive and in one piece, and you've just, you've left half the enemy army fleeing in terror. Feels amazing. But that's... I almost said but that's and then, like, tried to refute it, but no, it is the exact same feeling. Just that second when your brain goes, no, hold on. This is how you win. There you go. You just gotta thread the needle with those, how do you put it? Bullets. Tried to see if I could squeeze more points out of the cat girls. Oh, even more medals for the ground troops dispatched. Now I've considered, next month I'll have a little bit of extra spending money. At first I thought, hey, I can buy a lot of video games with all that, but then I realized, no. There's something that I have to do. My big apologies if I've already talked about this in the last episode. I can't remember what I talk about, but, you know, I just kind of spitball. But, I thought, no, now is the time. I play most of my video games on a big old 75-inch TV, and it looks impressive. It's not 4K, but, you know, it's still big and impressive looking and has a decent picture. But I just have internal speakers for it, and, you know, it's the whole deal that you get with internal speakers where things are either way too loud or they're way too quiet and there's no in-between. Of course, it's not really immersive sound, it's like just enough sound to get the job done. So I thought, finally, maybe instead of... Oh no! That was rough. So I thought maybe instead of spending just a bunch of money on more video games, perhaps, I'll just drop on a entry-level soundbar with some basic 5.1 sound support. Saw a nice Vizio one that pretty much everybody said, hey, if you want bang for the buck, get this one. So I might take a little trip once my next statement is here. My gosh. I thought I was safe. There's one shot in the middle that gets you there. And boy does it ever get you. But no, you know, just a nice, decent sound bar. It's got a couple low-profile surround speakers on it, a wireless subwoofer. And I've never considered sound to be too vital until, I guess, just kind of recently I've been like, man, I sure wish that I could hear what was going on and that I could hear where it was coming from. It just took me too long to accept that I should probably get on that. Because obviously when I'm on my computer, you know, I have these Sonys on and... No, these are not Sonys. I used to have Sonys. These are Audio-Technicas. And they work very, very nice, but... You know, you can't exactly plug headphones into a Super Nintendo. Okay, I'm sure that all you epic gamers have some crazy mod or converter or something that will do the trick for you, but... I like having nice, wide, open consuming sound, so we'll see how that goes. I mean, it can only be an upgrade. It's not like I'll be like, oh no, I got the soundbar and what do you know, my sound is way worse. No, my TV does not have particularly impressive speakers in it. We're not doing hot. We're not doing hot at all. But it's okay. There I am, saying it again. But is it a lie? Am I lying when I say that? I don't think so. It's the biggest truth that's ever been spoken in a YouTube gaming channel. Usually people just say, wow, loot boxes, am I right? Does anyone else think this company is bad? And that's not to say that there are not valid criticisms for things such as loot boxes, but I do think that too many people create their YouTube platform to be, you know, just kind of constantly perpetuating the negative. Over and over and over. And I'm not going to point out any names, I'm not going to start any YouTube drama, because, you know, I'm such a big deal, everybody would hear that. They'd be like, whoa, did you hear what that 60 Minutes to Lose guy said about, balls fuck McHenry. Missed my bomb there, by the way, but it's fine. You'd be like, no, what did he say? He said that he doesn't like video games at all. I'd say, no, I didn't. You blew it all out of proportion. You took one quote out of context and you made a meme that you spread on Facebook over that one quote with nothing else surrounding it. Like people who keep posting the picture of Chris Jericho in a Ku Klux Klan outfit. They're like, explain this. It's like, yeah, okay, I will. It was for the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. What? That took long to explain, right? They're like, well, even with context, you shouldn't wear it. I'm like, bruh. Does that mean that every movie character ever has been just a swell person? People love to take something out of context and blow it into a big old thing. While we're at it and perpetuating negativity and talking about drama and how much we hate it, we're going to talk about a little more drama. What is it with good old gamers and female content creators? Holy shit, man! They cannot catch a break. I don't even have to name names there in like a defense of anybody in particular, because again, you can probably think of several kind of creators where no matter what they do, they're just kind of universally loathed by everybody, even if they're not doing anything wrong. Heck, they could be doing their job very, very well, but because, God forbid, they're women, wow, you're part of our secret nerd club hobby? How dare you? And anybody who says that you're doing a good job, they're just a simp. That's right. They jerk off to you. That's all that they mean. It's like, you people. It's just kind of sad, you know, that that there would be people who are of that nature. And part of me wants to think that they're kids, they're literal kids, and that doesn't make it better, but it does at least explain it. It's like, you know, you're not really in the real world here. You're still in school. The world still doesn't make sense to you. You're still learning how to form opinions, all of that. I get it. I was certainly one who said very stupid things when I was in high school. Mostly trying to make myself look cooler, and none of it worked. None of it would ever work. But then there's that pit in my stomach that says, but you know, a lot of these guys are probably my age, and that's when it gets like really embarrassing. Like, imagine being a 27-year-old dude and having that much vitriol towards members of the opposite sex. It's like, jeez, man. Oh. Not great. Not great. But you get it. You get it. I heard a certain YouTuber was recently suspended, and I think rightfully so, for insinuating hate and whatnot against a certain female Twitch streamer, and there are people who take a side on it, and it blows my mind. They're all like, you shouldn't have gotten banned just because people are making death threats at your behest towards this person who has done pretty much nothing wrong. It's like, how can you take that stance? How is that the hill that you choose to die on? And I don't know, maybe I'm being a little too preachy in an episode of Sky Kid, but hey, I don't care. It's my channel, it's my platform. I can choose to tell you what's on my mind if I so choose. I think some people are too scared to take stances, even if they're stances that really, by all means, should not be considered controversial at all. I don't even think that hitting the cats does anything, but, you know, it's fun. No, I think people are too liable to just kind of ignoring things that even they believe in just for the sake of trying to make everybody happy, and I'm like, I can respect a guy who sticks to their guns. Even if they're guns that I don't personally adhere to, and I personally think of you less as a human being. Hey, you know what? At least I can say, you you rely on what you believe in, and that's a strong personality trait. Again, even if it's something that I personally do not subscribe to. An opinion, of course. An opinion that I do not subscribe to. Good gosh, look at this. Look at this dude! Look at all these dudes. Oh, wow, we almost hit the ground there. I don't know why that was so brutal. Oh, I cannot believe that I clutched that. No such luck that time. Oh, well. Well, I guess what I'm saying is, you know, if you're going to try to make a career off of making everybody else miserable, don't. Find a better career. I recovered and then ran right into the truck again. That's why you heard that kind of like repeat of the sound clip. I'm sure I did it justice. Yeah, I guess what I'm saying is if you don't like a little bit of preachiness, then you feel like you don't want to watch me because of that, then you know what? You are absolutely in your right to not watch. And I'm not telling you I don't want you here. I am telling you I'm not going to force you to stay. That would be narcissistic and egotistical of me to live under the assumption that what I am saying is something that everybody needs to hear. I may think that internally, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna tell you that. You know, it's just like, I don't hear this too often, but every now and then heard someone where they'll say something just abhorrent, like it'll be just really racist or something like that, and then they're like, well, why can't I just think what I want to think? And it's like, see, that's the thing. You can think it, and then not say a word about it, and literally nobody will stop you. Nobody will know any different. You can think however you want to think. However, there is a degree where you cannot just say every single thing that that comes to your mind. And then they'll say, well, it's free speech. It's like, yeah, that means that you won't be in prison for it, but there are sure as hell going to be consequences when interacting with your fellow man. That's how freedom of speech works. Protects you on a basis of law, but does not protect you from criticism. After all, if you were to want to say something that I disagreed with, and then if I criticized you for it, and then you said that I was stifling your freedom of speech, I could make the exact same argument for you. I could say, well, because you are insisting that I do not criticize what you say, you are stifling my freedom of speech, and it becomes a whole thing, you know? It's a big cycle that you never really get out of. Oh gosh, took one too many hits, I guess. Wouldn't let me recover that time. I don't know if that's luck or if it is based on how many hits you've taken. Anyway, that's my whole spiel on... That was the stupidest thing I've ever seen! That's my whole spiel on freedom of speech, you know. Yeah, it exists, but it doesn't exist as what a lot of people think it exists as. Especially since the people who usually complain about that tend to get upset about what people on the other side of the spectrum say just as much. It's like, come on now. Just like, and this is one of my least favorite things, people who unironically refer to people that they don't agree with as snowflakes. You're like, oh, you're so fragile, you're such a snowflake. And it's like, I can guarantee there's a laundry list of things that I could say that would set you off just as much. Don't even pretend otherwise. And they're like, no, I don't get so offended, I've got thick skin. And then you say like one thing that they don't agree with, and they're like, that's stupid, I can't believe anyone would think that way. Something communism. I don't know how they complain. Yes, I know, I'm taunting a very specific sector of the political compass. How'd you know? Terrible. I gotta stay away from those anti-air guns. It's usually not worth playing with fire there. You know, if you've been an avid watcher and you've witnessed the majority of my content, you've probably already noticed, you know, I definitely have my leanings. By my leanings, I mean, I'm a leftist pig. But I'm a leftist pig with a sense of humor, you know? I think, too many people look at people who are leftist and look at how they speak and interact when it comes to serious things, and then they just kind of go through the assumption that, oh, this person is no fun, not ever. This person can't take a joke. This person can't do anything. It's like, no, that's not true. That's not true. I have laughed at many horrific jokes that maybe shouldn't have been told, but I still found quite funny because they were well executed and all that. And you know, that's just it. It's all about the context in which it is said. I'm not gonna waste my breath getting upset at a basic ass joke that someone tells because it's not worth my time to be upset about that. I can just accept, oh hey, that was intended for the sole purpose of humor. Fine. I'm okay with that. You know, it goes the same way. It's like you can cherry pick someone from any side of the spectrum and make that claim. You could take, say, the super prudish, conservative, Christian, middle-aged mom, who is arguably the total opposite side of the spectrum that I'm on, and you could say, hey, I made a joke about this particular thing that you take seriously, and now you didn't find it funny, so where's your sense of humor? You know, again, it's the exact same thing as everything else I've said here. You know, everybody has something that'll set them off, so making blanket statements about it is just not conducive to any kind of intelligent conversation. And I'm not saying this to be like, see, right-wingers are actually the snowflakes. That's not what I'm saying at all. Of course I have things that I'm sensitive about. Of course I have things that get me going. I have things that I am a little bit fragile about, and that's okay. It's okay to have those things because it means that there are things in this life that you take seriously. Oh, I just totally forgot my bomb. It's alright. We'll just drop it right here. So, no, don't consider it such a negative thing. We can all laugh when we need to laugh. We can all get serious when we need to get serious, you know? Yeah, I'm sure there are some people who just have no sense of humor about anything. Has nothing to do with leftism. Well, if you're such a leftist, then why do you buy video games? Isn't that capitalism? Oh, you got me. You got me. Just like the guy in the street, holding a sign that says, it says, I'm starving and I'm homeless, society failed me, and someone's like, oh, funny, how critical you are of society, and yet you participate in society. You've all seen the comic. It's not an official take from me right there. It was a great little 6-panel comic about this dweeb who's all like, oh, you don't like this? Then why do you use this, which is woven into it? And it's just like the most obvious thing that everybody uses. It's like, yo, you can be critical of certain facets of an ideology and still understand that there are, in fact, some valid uses for it in other various situations. Again, we're not going to get the bomb off because we dropped it like a fool. Well, we're not going to turn the ladies into cats this time, unfortunately. Oh no, whatever will we do about that? An extra life? Don't mind if I do. Whoa, 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 what do we got here? Oh! That's right, we collected 3 hearts, so we get to do 3 sexes. Don't tell my mom, though. Don't tell my mom I googled that. Oh, we barely made it alive! Hello? What a big plane. I like how they really do keep throwing new enemy types at you. Like, that bomber thing. I haven't seen that before. It's exciting seeing new things, you know? Just like how it's fun getting into trouble. It's fun seeing new things. I was on a, you know, I was on like a 90s toy commercial kick a while ago. Don't ask me why. I'm trying to think of what it was. I think someone like referenced like the Perfection commercial or something. Obnoxious commercial, by the way. But boy, if it... Okay, so we definitely have to pick it up big time. We lost our bomb and it doesn't respawn us at a point where we can get the bomb. Feels like a little bit of a chump thing to do. Not gonna lie, Sky Kid. Thought you were our bro. Thought you was keeping it gangsta. Hey look, it's Pac-Man. Never seen that guy before. Is this gonna be like a double bomb run? Are we gonna get a second bomb and then another target? This level's kind of going on for a while. Oh no, never mind. Here they are. Here are the girls. They're cats now. Well, this is the farthest we've gone in terms of raw level. It's definitely not a high score though, because we keep missing our bombing targets. That's not gonna help you any. Who builds, you know, an allied landing strip that close to the enemy's anti-air? Seems like a tactical flaw, to say the least. You just keep the heat on. No, I thought we would have made it. I thought we threaded that needle, but we didn't. We just died again. Death comes for us all, but it comes for you particularly often in the Sky Kid. I'll say though, it's still fun. Still having me a dandy little time. Not specifically Space Dandy this time around, even though, you know, I will give every opportunity to talk up how good Space Dandy is. Seriously, if you're a fan of animation in general and don't mind a little bit of naughty humor every now and then, me oh my. Fantastic show. That was not a full bomb! We misplaced it. We didn't turn them all into cats either. Sky Kid, you're fired! However, we did get like 1 million ground troops. No, it actually did give us the bombing bonus. Okay. I'm not upset or anything. I mean, I'll take it if you really want to give it to me. Oh. How sad. You all ready for 60 minutes to lose on the N-Gauge? Oh yeah. 60 minutes to lose on the Gamecom. Let's just find every failed handheld system that's ever existed. Insert PS Vita joke here. I cry. I love that thing. PSV and the PS Vita and the PSP. They're both really fun systems. PSP probably had a better game library because, you know, the Vita was never really given a real chance. Oh well. Oh. You say you like the PS Vita? Name one game. Got me. Can't. Nah, but for real. PS Vita is an absolute haven if you're into weeb garbage. Which, who isn't? Right? Everybody. It's the most mainstream, beloved pastime of all time. Really sucks that we lost our bomb right there, but, you know, we'll just consider it an excuse to get out of this level alive. Never mind. But yeah, the PS Vita, full of visual novels and JRPGs. And you can get all 3 of the mainline Hyperdimension Neptunia games. I think Mega Dimension Neptunia That one never came out for the Vita. I don't know if the Vita was powerful enough for that one. And I think they're actually superior to the PS3 versions too. I know the PS3 versions of the Neptunia games were a little rough, but then the Rebirth titles fixed effectively every problem that they had. Along with a dank new menu theme, which absolutely slays. Yas Queen Slay. Yas Nep Slay. But, you know, if you're not into that kind of thing, then, well, yeah, I could see where the Vita would maybe not have been an immediate runaway success for you. There are a couple other things, you know. I think there was a Killzone game that came out for it. There was an Uncharted game for it. See, and now we didn't get the bombing bonus. Interesting. There's a Resistance game for it. Resistance Burning Skies. I don't have that one yet, but, you know. As well as Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Classified, which from what I've heard is not very good, but I'm going to bring it up anyway, because you know what they say. If you're not into anime games, you're into gritty, brown and bloom first-person shooters. It's not true. I'm being facetious. Exaggerating stereotypes for the sake of comedy. Ho, 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 ho. Highbrow stuff you got going on there, my dude. Thank you, me. Always a pleasure to be appreciated by myself, may I say. I could go ahead and say that I'm the one person who can never hurt me, but perhaps I am also my own worst critic and wind up hurting myself on a regular basis. Oh no. Not hurting myself in a self-destructive physical way. Don't worry about it. I don't do that. I don't like pain. I've never liked pain. And I know, people who do self-harm don't necessarily enjoy pain. I'm aware they do it for the endorphin rush. Come on. And I don't even know if that's as big a thing anymore. I know it was like kind of a big scare back when I was in like middle school. You know, back when the used were big. Not trying to say that there's a direct correlation or anything, but I'm just saying, you know. We've botched it in every conceivable way. Will we ever hit that 40,000 mark? We hit like 3 levels past that 40,000 mark, but, you know, just couldn't keep the pointage up. Yeah, I'm exceptionally proud of that. That was the kind of high-octane gameplay that you expect. Alright. Pretty good, pretty good. Keep it going. Keep the pain train rolling, as they say in, well, as really nobody says, I don't think. It's a disaster. I don't mean to be over dramatic, but it's the worst thing. Nah, it's not. Nothing's the worst thing. But what is? Something out there does have to be the worst thing. And even then, what is the worst thing? Like, across all possible nouns, one of them has to be the worst. I guess it's too subjective of a question, though, now, isn't it? It's so hard to thread that needle, my dude. Maybe you can, like, time it dropping the bomb way higher a little better. Maybe that's a safer course to take. I don't know. You know, I've had a couple runs so far where I felt like I was really nailing it, and now I'm just kind of piddling around, accomplishing a whole lot of nothing, because that's what Sky Kid does, a whole lot of nothing. There we go, that's a nice, successful, thorough bombing. Got you, my ladies. 5, 13. If we could have gotten 2 more, we could have gotten another medal. I think it counts every 5. Every 5 kills, you get another medal. And who doesn't love medals, you know? It's the only reason that you join the military. You say, sir, I would like your finest medal, and they say, well, all right, but you're going to have to almost die to get it. And you're like, oh, well, you drive a hard bargain. I know I may be debasing the military a little bit with that statement, and I do apologize sincerely. God knows I'm not going to fight for myself. But no. Most criticism of the military, I think, tends to draw down more to less of criticism of the military itself, and more a criticism of the government that is using said military. Nobody can deny. There are some very, very efficient, well-trained militaries that do their job particularly well that are abused by possibly leadership that should not have full rights to the military button. Yes, that's how it works. You press a big button that says military, and then they're mobilized, just like that. We just got juggled to our death right there. I hope you're liking these first 2 levels, because you're seeing a lot of them. And I do apologize, you know, that is my own... I almost called it lack of skill. You know what? Let's try a survival run where we don't try to get a bunch of points and we just try to go as far as possible. I'm gonna try that. Well, good start. We're not even gonna go for bombs. We're just gonna, like, live. I want to see how far I can make it in these last 15 minutes. You know, just to spruce it up a little bit, just to give you a change of pace. You've been bearing... You've been bearing with me for a solid 45 or so minutes. You know, we can do something just a wee bit different. We just gotta not get juggled out of the air like that. That's what really is gonna ruin our life. Bomb? Never heard of it. Don't even want it. So yeah, we can't afford to just do literally nothing. We do have to still shoot things that are posing an immediate threat to us. And we do have to make sure to land. I like that the landing is not precise. I was worried that it was going to be the kind of game where if you land incorrectly, you just explode like a Top Gun, which is coming up far too soon for me to be comfortable with. Don't worry, still several days, possibly even weeks, but it's on the radar. Like, I can see it coming up. Like a thief in the night. Except, I guess, the whole point is that you don't see thieves in the night, because they'd be pretty terrible thieves if you could see them. There's such a thing as bad thieves, though. You've seen Home Alone? Marv's not a particularly skilled burglar. Sorry for the slander, Marv. I'm just, you know, calling it like I see it. Look at Sky Kid. Look at his 2 eyes as represented by a couple pixels. He's having the time of his life. I wonder what kind of plane we're flying. Definitely not a Sopwith Camel. Those were not biplanes. We have good old Fokker DR1. Thank you for recovering. Ladies. Again, we're just seeing how far we can go. I was going for the points. I was hungry. I was like, gotta shoot everything. Gotta make it a exploding bonanza of fun. Gotta bomb everything. But now I'm like, maybe we just go for some basic ass kisses now, you know? We are now a lover, not a fighter. So long. I don't know if that's something you're supposed to catch out of midair or not. I'd have to assume so, judging by the fact that you can in fact make it fall. Usually in arcade games, if something is falling, catching it is beneficial to you, but you never know. Maybe Sky Kid's the one game where that's just a big hunk of baloney. Oh no, it's a little Mid-air machine gun nest. Okay. Probably should have noticed that before at some point, but it can't be stopped. No. Don't mess with the ground forces. Don't mess with anybody. Shoot who's in your way, and then just get home safely. You have a family to get to, Sky Kid. No, wait, you're Sky Kid. Maybe you don't have a family yet. Kids don't have families. Well, you know, they got parents and siblings, but I don't know. He's pretty popular with the ladies. Okay, what is the canonical age of Sky Kid? I need to know. Inquiring minds are real curious. That's how the saying goes. Oh! We're fine. Oh, it's our boy, the bomber. He sure tried to get a piece of us, but as it turns out, Sky Kid is in fact a godly ace pilot. And he cannot be stopped. I do like how our score just constantly goes up too. You know, it's like, thanks for playing. Here's some points. Yes. Yes, hello friends. I would like to not be shot out of the sky, please. If I could have that on the menu. Oh, that's right. It's the Pac-Man section. No! You're supposed to not die, man. That's the whole point. Okay, well, do a heavy lift up because that big old waterfall is going to be there again. Yeah. See, I'm remembering. That could have easily been a juggled to death situation there. No. Okay, we're still fine. I think if I had to guess, I'd probably say it's a 3-shot system. If we get shot one more time, we're probably not going to be able to recuperate. We did recover, but we ran directly into the Pac-Man sign because you recover by doing a little loop-de-loop. Alright, well, that didn't work out how I wanted it to. Turns out even just surviving is hard, so yeah, if you can actually score a lot of points and survive... Well, I don't have to reinforce that that does in fact make you reasonably good at Sky Kid. That's just kind of, you know... sensical. Fine, we'll bomb it. We'll play the game as intended. You know what? No. That clearly is not gonna work for me. Only because you're bad. Hey, you're not wrong, but why you gotta be like that? It's alright, we'll just stay right up here by the high score. We will just obscure this digit. Well, we got death juggled by 2 planes because we were hanging out on the high scoreboard, so... Who's the smart one now? Never was me. What if we just, like, spend all of our time on the ground? We just never experience what the sky has to offer. Look at us. Our wheel is going through the ground right now. Stupid trees forcing me to come out of my cage and do just fine. Yeah, it doesn't work so much when you get to the fortresses at the end. Oh, really? What makes you say that? Oh, perhaps what you've just witnessed with your own eyes? Don't be so argumentative about things that you don't gotta be argumentative about, man. Whoa, but now you, the content creator, are getting all feisty with me, and I am feeling uncomfortable, and I'm not gonna watch your videos anymore. I'll say, okay. Apologize. I'd say that I'll never do it again, but that's a lie. It's all right. It wasn't. That was not serious aggression anyway. That was what we call the friendly banter with the straw man that I've generated for the purpose of having a volatile conversation with. Paul, why would you insist on having a volatile conversation when you just got done on a whole rant earlier in this video about how some people make careers off of negativity? And I'd say, hey, it's the difference between legitimate negativity and arguing with an internal voice in your head. I'm not hurting anybody with this. Yeah, I still don't know what the logic is in terms of when you can and can't recover. You gotta like press it on a certain frame, and sometimes I get my rhythm all wrong. I don't know. I'm just throwing assessments out there. I very nearly died immediately. Look at that shot, though. Ooh. You want to see, like, you want to explain that to me? You want to tell me what was going on? I'm no good at Sky Kid. That much is obvious. But that doesn't prevent it from being a fun time. It's much more fun than Ring King. And compared to the other big, you know, quote-unquote flight simulator. None of these are flight simulators, don't worry, it's a joke. It's more fun than Raid on Bungling Bay, too. Which, again, I feel bad for, because I feel like Raid on Bungling Bay really did try, but it just was missing that certain something, you know? How long can I do this for? Never mind, I want the bomb. For freedom! For Franz Ferdinand! Oh, never mind, we're dead. Franz Ferdinand shall never be avenged at this point. We take our hats off to you, Archduke. I'm just assuming this is World War I, because, you know, we're called Baron. If this were World War II, we'd be called, I don't know, Dudenstein or something like that. We'd be called, you know, Ben and Jerry's Blaskowitz. Yeah, we're performing at a very low level right now. But you know, come for the gameplay, stay for me, solving every world's problems. Oh, you're a leftist? So what do you propose we do to fix this situation? I don't know, complain about it online. It's worked out for me so far, look at how much I've gotten. Boy, I gotta stop trying to, you know, dive bomb trucks like that. That is the most smooth-brained way of dying that I've ever seen in this game. And I just continue to do it time and time again, you know. Give yourself a reasonable bit of distance. You can shoot them like this, that's fine. You can shoot them from the sky at a downward angle, that's also fine. Don't, like, ram your nose directly into them and then say, wow, how did I die? It's a good sign that you're probably, you're probably terrible at the game. I don't know what else to say. There's nothing else clever to emit from my mouth hole. Oh gosh. Well, it had to happen again, right? Start the video with that, end the video with that. Good time. And then you just hold up forever. Another game where the turbo buttons don't work. And again, I don't know what the science behind that is. Like, do some games specifically disable it because they knew that it's something that could be abused with third-party controllers, or again with future first-party controllers even, or is it literally just a quirk in the code that just prevents it from working even though nobody was particularly trying to make sure that it didn't work? Don't know. Game over. Wow. And we have like 1 minute to kill? Well, sure, may as well die one more time. Am I right? You can tell I've kind of, you know, I kind of lost my rhythm here. I had a couple of runs where I was doing, you know, I wouldn't say good, but better. And then we've just kind of regressed ever since then, but, you know, if you're still watching, I'm going to assume that that doesn't bother you too much and that you are clearly getting something else from this series. We have been just falling to that repeatedly, and I don't quite frankly know what to do about it. Like, I had a string where I was avoiding it like a champ, and then Just a whole lot of disappointment. Bomb the target? Oh, you want to tell me what the target is? Probably won't. We recovered! And that's time. Okay, that's Sky Kid. It is indeed a horizontal shooter, and it's actually a pretty well-made one. It's pretty fun. It's difficult. No lie there. Apparently, Sky Kid is a bird, so we were in fact playing as a bird the whole time. Well, that makes the notion of getting, you know, that kind of attention from human women a little stranger, not gonna lie. We're not gonna look too deep into it. Sky Kid, rock solid. Tomorrow, we have a game called Spelunker. What is Spelunker? I suppose we'll find out. Join me for tomorrow when we play Spelunker. It's sure to be a spelunking good time. If you don't want to watch it, then don't. If you do want to watch it, then do. That, I don't know what else to tell you, man. Other than, from the bottom of my heart, as always, thank you for continuing to watch these stupidly long videos, and we'll see you next time.